Hey sis, so you've been going through it for a minute now, right? It's been so long and it's been so hard for so long that you're kind of convinced that this is just the way that it is. You just kind of accepted that this is how things are going to be. But I want to encourage you today, and I want to release a word that God's been putting in my spirit for a while now to take a picture of it because things are going to shift suddenly. If you have been following my journey, I have been very transparent about being in a long wilderness season. But in the midst of this wilderness season, God has been telling me to document the journey, right? And I haven't journaled as much as I need to, but more than once he dropped in my spirit, take a picture of it. So I have been taking pictures of things to just kind of symbolize the season that God is bringing me through. So, for instance, if my refrigerator would break down, we had to replace it about last year or so. But before I replaced it, I took a picture of it. Right? If there was a bill that we were having a hard time paying, I would take a picture of it. Right? And it's almost like he wanted me to document these milestones that he would bring us through. And he finally allowed me to release this same word to you. You've been going through a wilderness season and you don't think that there's a way out. You don't think that God is going to change it because you've been stuck and you've been struggling and you've been just striving for so long. But God is saying, take a picture of it, right? And for you, it may not be a literal thing like a refrigerator. It may not be a literal bill. It may be, your cubicle. It may be God saying, take a picture of where you are because I'm going to take you to another place. But here's why God is telling you and I to take a picture of it. This is the significance of it. One of the things that the Lord showed me was going back to Joshua 4. And this is where God was delivering the Jews across the Jordan. And he told Joshua to tell one man from each tribe to take a stone, right, as they crossed the Jordan. And he wanted them to leave the stone there as a memorial. For when the kids would say, what are these stones for? Because God was going to, just like he split the Red Sea for Moses, he allowed the people of Israel to cross the Jordan on dry ground. And so he told them, when your children ask, what does these stones represent? He said, tell them this is where the Lord allowed them to cross over the Jordan. They walked on dry ground. It was a memorial of what God did for them. And God is telling you and I to begin to document the journey, take pictures. One of the reasons too is because as humans, we forget. We get spiritual amnesia, and God is saying, I'm going to bless you in such a way. I am going to repay you in such a way. I am going to restore you in such a way that if you're not careful, you're going to forget what I did for you. I know what I brought you through, but I'm going to turn this situation around in such a way that if you are not intentional about capturing the journey, capturing the struggles, you're going to forget what I brought you through. And he doesn't want you and I to forget because this becomes our testimony. This is what we tell our children. This is what we tell our children's children. This is how we make God known through our struggles. This is how he gets the glory. And so God is saying, you have been going through. Maybe you have been stuck at a job. You've been overlooked. You've been abused at the job. And the Lord is saying, take a picture of it because things are going to shift in such a way. I'm going to promote you in such a way that you're going to forget the struggles and the sorrows and the pain you experienced on the job. Maybe your finances you've been in much debt. You've been living paycheck to paycheck, or you don't even have a paycheck. You've lost a lot along the way. Your credit score has decreased. You lost your home. You lost your car. You can't provide for your family the way that you want to. God is saying, I need you to take a picture of it now. I need you to take a picture of the driveway without the car, because when I send you a car, you're going to remember what I brought you through, how I kept you and how I provided you. And this becomes a memorial. This is a memory that you will share with your family. And it's also, it helps build your faith. It's going to be a testament of your faith. The Bible tells us we go from faith to faith and glory to glory. And so he wants you to know, and when you go through another test, when you go through another trial, you're going to have these things, these tangible things to help you to look back and remember the same God that delivered you then is going to deliver you now. So I don't know what you're going through, but I want you to take a picture of it, take a picture of it, or create an image to spark your memory, sis, because God is about to do it suddenly. It's going to shift suddenly. He's going to turn your sorrow into joy suddenly. But we humans and we forget. And so God is telling us to take a picture because he wants to get the glory, but he wants it to be a part of your testimony. He wants you to utilize your voice and tell your story. And this is why I help women who are coaches to get on YouTube and to share their story, because it gives God glory. God is not delivering you. He's not repaying you. He's not vindicating you. He's not promoting you to stay silent. He wants to get the glory out of your life. You are a walking, talking testimony, and you have evidence. Faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. And God is saying, you've been holding on to your faith. It's been a mustard seed faith. It's been a little bit of faith, but I'm going to show you evidence. And I want you to show the world evidence. And I want you to show your children evidence that I brought you through. I want you to tell your grandchildren how I brought you through. And so, sis, I just want you to get excited because God is shifting things suddenly, and it may not come the way that you expected. It may not come the way you've been praying for, but it's coming. So whatever it is you're going through, if the enemy has been attacking your marriage, take a picture of your ring, take a picture of your text, whatever you have to do to spark your memory, because God is going to move in such a way that you'll forget how hard it was. You'll forget how much you struggled. You'll forget how hard you prayed. You'll forget about those sleepless nights. You're going to be sleeping so good. You're going to forget how you couldn't sleep because there was so much on your mind. So document the journey. Take a picture of it. There was a story in Acts that throughout this wilderness season, God has put on my heart how Paul and them made it to shore on broken pieces. And many of us make a vision board, right, for things we desire to have and goals we try to reach in the future. But one of the things that I haven't created yet, but he's laid on my heart, is to make a broken pieces board. All these pictures and all these images and all these papers and all these things to remind you how I took you to the other side. I need you to make a broken pieces board, something tangible, something visible that you can see and that you can remember, because when I elevate you, I want you to remember the place you came from. I want you to remember how you made it on broken pieces. I want you to remember how you had to fight, pray, and war. I don't want you to forget, but then I want you to use your voice, and I want you to use your story, and I want you to tell others what I've done for you. I want you to tell others what's possible for you. And so, sis, I just wanted to jump on here, and I wanted to encourage you to take a picture of it. God is going to do it. He's going to do it because he trusts you to tell your story. He trusts you to get on Instagram, to get on YouTube, to write your story. He trusts you to write the book and to publish the podcast because he wants to use your voice to demonstrate his power in the earth, his love. And so again, I hope this encouraged you. It's most certainly encouraged me. You're so close. You're one day closer to the breakthrough. And that's why if you haven't been documenting the journey, now is the time to do it. Go back through text, go back through emails, go back through your journal and put together a broken pieces board, because you're going to be able to have evidence on how God brought you to the other side. So if this resonated with you, I would just love to hear it in the comments. It's like, just take a picture. A matter of fact, drop a camera emoji in the comments. Let this just be a declaration of your faith that I'm about to document the journey. I'm going to be able to tell my children's children how God delivered us, how God brought us through, how God repaid, how God erased the debt, how God opened up the door, how God promoted me, how God gave me the house, how God gave me the car, how God restored everything that I lost. And if you are a woman with a story, if you are a coach who you know that God has given you gifts, and it's not just a coaching business, but it is your ministry, I am helping women to use their voice and tell their story on YouTube. So be sure to get the information below. I am working with women for 6 weeks just to help you get started. Some of you got us in, you got the story, you got the evidence. Now it's time to share it. So I love you, sis. I hope this was helpful. I hope this got your hopes up. Get your hope up. Because when we go through warfare for a long time, when we go through the wilderness for a long time, sometimes you get hopeless. But God's saying, nah, get your hopes up. Take a picture of it because things are about to shift suddenly for you, quick. And he doesn't want you to forget. Well, all right, sis, I will see you in the next video.